Hello everybody, First Matt is here. Today finally with test of this the newest version of this Recon 1 XL version, made in Taiwan, of course cold steel, and made of XHP steel, CTS XHP steel, so the newest version. I already done my room review, so let's test it. So I got a ferro rod here. I won't start fire. It's about 15 degrees of Celsius, but really strong wind, so I don't want to do anything with fire. But anyway, can this one throws sparks? Nope. Okay, there is some way, but I won't count on it. So not important. If I got my silky here. It is something I'd like to have it on my knife. Of course, we know silkies are much better. By the way, okay, I'll try this one. I've prepared some wood, of course, for processing. So this one could be, so I can use it for debarking of this way. So yes. So this way, yes. But for that, by the way, this is somehow kind of cheaper one. Not really soft, so if I will have maybe better the ferro rod, this one will work somehow better, but I won't count on it. So definitely this is not the ferro striker. There is the false edge dull. Let's start. All those details about the knife are in the room. So this is very thin full flat, so no any. And what I found about, sorry guys, I see the camera is a little bit off. Sorry guys. Yeah, seems to me better. So the grind is high slipper grind. Sorry, it is full flat. Sorry, with very thin secondary bevel. So, and the steel is somehow more fragile than tough, so I won't do anything wrong with it. I still see the camera from this angle, so guys, hope this will be better. Let's start. So not any stupid things with such grind. So some very light delimbing. Someone says, why just don't break these and take them one after each other, because if I do this one and I'm done, it's much faster, of course, save energy. So anyway, as normally you won't see me, softwood. This is kind of softwood. I don't know how to say it in English. This one, this is very known here, of course. So standard grip. Yeah, something what I do like on all these Recons, I can move my index forward, use it as a kind of choil, and so these things. So I have the gloves. I got the gloves. There's not such cold. Normally I would wear it only this one for protection if I, let's say, slide or something like this, but I'd like to try this knife because, to be honest, it is first time it is with me outside, so I've been waiting for this moment to do this review, so that's why I kept it at home. So still everything, original edge, everything is there. Yeah, but as I said, this wood is kind of soft. So let's start to do very light chopping. As I said, I don't want to recommend this. About 1/2 inch horn beam, so not really soft wood. Nice. Of course, some cross cut. Easy. So how this one works? How this one works on this hornbeam? So much harder wood than that before. Again, standard grip. I haven't tried this knife in a kitchen yet, but I think without any question, thanks to the grind and the bevel, actually the real edge, I think this is without any doubt good kind of chef's knife or something like this, because it is really sharp and thin, I would say. So that was good. Now this grip, of course, much better thanks to that I'm close to the edge, and it slices like hell, guys. Yeah, I'm not surprised, to be honest. This is really slicer from the very start. I bought the knife and I did few slices and cuts, and it was immediately obvious that this one will slice like hell. So absolutely fine. My standard, I left this morning, I left here somewhere my batoning stick, and I accuse our dog. It took it somewhere, I don't know where, so I had to find this one and this one. So some notching. So for some bushcrafters, guys like me, this knife will be good choice to use it in this way for this bushcrafting stuff. I think at the moment it will be only, and that's important, the tip is really very fine, so I won't do any stupid with tip. I hope I will not broke it. I will not break it. Okay, guys, still working on my English, so sorry guys. I haven't had opportunity to buy this XL model before. I don't know actually why, because maybe when I started to have an interest in those, they were not available. I think that's the real reason. I just play with it because it's kind of fun, because it slices really well. That's why I like it. I like to do these now with the really with the tip. Beautiful. On let's say definitely mid hard. In our country it's harder, it's the one from those hardest, but it's seasoned. I took it down I think 3-4 days ago, because I had I did clearing here around, so that was excellent. And now that's the other one. Only the easy one, standard one. Beautiful, beautiful. It is really nice to work with, guys. Just pause. So harder stuff. Yeah, it bites in, so I have to control it. Again, the hook starts to dig into my forearm, but because there is like this kind of flat part, so it's all right. There is no something like tips digging into my hand, so it is absolutely right. As I said, it slices like hell. This is really fun to use, guys, because this knife slices. Yeah. This is a softer wood, as I said. Again, about 2 centimeters, so close to 1 inch. But as I said, this is soft wood. 1, 2, 3, about 3 years old. Yeah, when I do this, like push cuts, now I feel the spine digging into my hand, of course, because the pressure goes really this way, so not comfortable. So normally I wouldn't do it this way, just I tried how this one slices. So of course the best way, if I want to do this and I don't want to slice the wood from whatever reason, I will do these light chops, because the weight distribution, not really the knife is not that heavy, but the weight distribution and longer handle, I think it's built for it. It allows me to do it. This one, so it is really fine and nice and comfortable. Yeah, I like it. Well, most questionable part of my testing is batoning. Why should I do it this one? Because let's say I want to gather the drier wood from inside, and when I split it a couple of times, I got generally some second layer for my fire if I will start one. So I got feathers, and then I can make from this piece of wood the rest as a second layer. Then of course I need to gather something thicker, of course not fresh, but you know what I mean. So that's why I will baton this one. Again, full flat. CTS XHP is not the toughest steel. It keeps sharp edge for a long time, but it's kind of brittle. That's what I've read. That's not. This is my very first experience with the steel, but I hope this knife survives, because it is not that. Yeah. So it is full flat, so it won't split as good as I want, but as you might see, 3-yard lock, so I'm not worried about the locking mechanism. So I think this will be absolutely fine. I trust 3-yard lock because I got long time experience with it and I have no failure. So this is the way why I want to do it. Because I like to gather these, or let's say I want to have, that's what I haven't done yet, for feathers. So that will be really shame if I won't do any kindlings. This is hardwood, dried hardwood, so this is different stuff than the before. is a little bit tricky because it really, when you got the angle, it works like on ice, so it slides down pretty fast. Dried hardwood, this is different story than the before. So yeah, on spruce, kind of spruce wood, absolutely without question. So far I'm absolutely okay with it. Now, before I will close this one, to the biggest, closest competitors made by cold steel Voyager clip point, and this hold out 6, of course made by cold steel. Why these? So about these two it's obvious, I guess, because very close design, only you can see these 2 grooves. These are none. Oh, by the way, what I haven't said, what I changed, now I see that on these G10 handle scale, you see I took a file, I removed that, took a file and did some flat part under that, because of course it grabs my pants pretty tough. So I don't like it, so it was hard to pull out the knife out of my pocket. By the way, it's relatively easy to have it in pocket. It's not something like you can't, or we can't compare it with this Raja. It's not here because that's a different kind of knife, of course. But if I can have this knife in my pocket, why not this one? These are Recon Pilgrim. So the knife is there, and I'll try where it ends. It ends here. So this is the knife. I got about 1 inch spare between the end of the scale and where the pocket is sticked. So that's why. So it's absolutely fine. It's not that heavy, of course. This is 360 grams or something like that. This is much lighter. So I can have this one there without any problem. So that's not about that. Somebody doesn't like it, yeah, okay, I absolutely agree. Not probably to urban area, if from whatever reason you want, so you can, and you want, you like, okay. But for me it's not a problem. We don't have that strict law, so I can have it with me legally. But it's about practical things. So do I really need in urban area 14 centimeters blade? Probably not. But it's not about I can't. It's about, so this one I can carry with me, not only because of the law, but because it's relatively light for such size. That's important. So why these two? So as I said, I got 2 clip points here. I got 2 clip points here. You see these, so I don't have 2 grooves here, but I got this one, and there is a second one is not here. So for the grip, if you ask me, see, this is more narrow. This one is more narrow than this one, maybe thanks to the grooves. So if I chop with this, I can lock these to my fingers there, because I won't chop with that much with this one, thanks to the full flat. But I got the another one, that drop point version, as you might notice, and that's heavier on the blade, with absolutely same handle. So I know, so this grip is pretty secure. This is too long, the kind of like on the machete is the bird's beak, is too long in a positive way that I can chop without any lashing, and it won't go off my hand. It sits there. So this is great. In this particular knife, it's not that secure in this way. See, this is shorter one, then the one is somewhere where with the line of my pinky, but this is wider, so it sits there really nicely. So I can use it for chopping And of course I won't do some heavy chops to some heavy stuff, because the blade is not made for it. I'm not worried about G10, I'm not worried about the locking mechanism, I'm worried about grind. I will chip it out, so I don't want it. If that will be made of CPM 3V with slightly thicker grind, let's say there will be 1 centimeter, so simply it will be same, absolutely same design in blade, but there will be 1 centimeter of full thickness, these 3 point something of millimeters, and then the grind will be not 2.6 of an inch, so it's just 0.6 millimeter, but 0.7, maybe 0.8 as maximum. Simply that will be not as good slicer as it is, but it will be definitely good for the chopping. I mean, as a pocket chopper, you know what I mean. So in this way, anyway, so that's why I want to do some hard chopping with this. But if you ask me if I cannot because it will go off my hand or something, no, I feel really secure when I hold it. When I squeeze, it's there. It won't move. Here, it moves. It moves a little bit, but because this is kind of narrow. But as I said, it holds here, so I'm still alright. I can do this one on this knife too, but I feel it loses somewhere here, so it is somehow a bit more free than this. So that's the first. For the holding, and this way, see this one, this is absolutely okay. This one says here, which is so not really that nice like that, but it's not a problem, but it's not that big problem. This is, thanks to that, it's more narrow, but it's thicker, so it's more roundish in hand, so it's more like kind of comfortable in some grip, especially in this one. Yeah, but I feel I lose the grip here again because this is too narrow, not here. But as I said, when I push this one, this is thinner, so it digs into my hand. So it's kind of trade-off between these two models, because as you might see in blade design, these are very close. This one is broken down, you might notice. It was longer. About this one, I broke it here exactly on this spot. So I reprofiled all the blade, and even that you might see how thin those tips are. So that's why I don't want to do this stupid thing like this one. I did the test something like this. The round branch or what it was moved and broke the tip. So I really believe this something could happen on this knife with some harder wood. So I won't do it. So for this one, anyway, for the handling this way, yeah, even without gloves, this becomes a bit sharper. This spot, these edges start to be sharper when I squeeze it. Let's say, okay, I don't have gloves and I have to squeeze it. This one is not as comfortable. Yeah, this is a bit better, Definitely, I feel this too, but not on the other side. Then it is much better for the grip. So in general, very close, very close. What is important, of course, AOS 10, CPM XHP, CTS XHP. Price. As I said, I bought it for about $260 about. So very close, like on DLT, the price is. Normally, it will be about $100 more expensive than that one. So I bought it for good price. So for the good price, this is about 2 times more expensive than this one. So I can buy about 2.1, 2.2 of these for one this. But in regular price, if that will be still that, so I can buy 3 of these for one this. And I don't want it. So the price, if the price matters, then of course I go for this one. But if the price stays like this one, I'm alright with both, because this one, the steel isn't as good. I like the design and everything, and simply it's absolutely fine. If that AOS 10 is half good, I would say, thanks to the price, half price of this one, than the CTS XHP, but there is the DLT coating, so DLC coating. Oh, sorry guys, DLC coating. So that's why it costs something, of course. So that's this one. This why I do have here this holdout, because it's very similar length. Of course, there is that Talvar, which is with that series, those two knives, which is different story. That's a different knife for me. I got it here because similar blade length, G10, no scales in it. I guess there are no scales in it. There are scales, by the way. That's what I haven't said. That there are scales. I think hardened aluminum scales inside. So this is probably tougher as a handle. So no scales. CPM S35VN steel. So will you say it's better? I don't know, to be honest. Why is here? Because both of them I count like slicers from the very beginning. Oh, this one, you might see this one is about 1 centimeter, definitely longer on blade. Maybe even I try to put the scales. Yeah, about 1.2, 1.3, 1.2, 1.3. And see, interesting is, that's what I haven't seen. Interesting is the tip thickness on the holdout is actually, it's thicker, so it looks more like pointy, which is like spear point, but this one has more finer tip. So theoretically this one penetrates faster than this one, but I think this one is more made for that. I'm not sure, guys. This is kind of, you know, different topic. But what I want to say is both of them slicers. That's what I want to say. That's important. Both of them are slicers. Price wise, these are today, I would say 5% different in my country. If I bought this one for the same money, I can buy this one now. If that will be in original price, as what I said, probably not. And I'm not sure if that steel really is such better than this 35VN, because it will make about 50%. The knife, okay, 40-45%. This knife will be more expensive than the holdout. I'm not sure about it, because 3-yard log, made in Taiwan, everything is the same. So I think that this one is, of course, is stainless, it's 35VN, and of course it's like great slicer like the other. So I try this one. I'll try this one just for you. Yeah, this is great. This is it's longer, but it's more pocket friendly because of the design, general design. It's like kind of stick. It's kind of stick. And this one is, see that profile. So this is more pocket friendly. Even it's longer, but in overall length, if it's closed, then 1 centimeter, it will be still perfect in my pocket. I used to carry it in a urban area, so I can do it. So no problem with that. So, and both of them can serve in the kitchen. So if you go for camping, you got a back you got a, let's say, fixed blade for chopping and these stuff, harder stuff, and you got these backup knives or for food prep. Yeah, this one slices better now. I think this one is because I reprofiled the edge and it's not as sharp, and this one is now because I use this knife. So it's sharp, but when you ask me, there is only the feeling, but I like it. I like the way how this one slices, guys. Really. Yeah, this one is slightly better for the slices now, but after using this one will be 10% duller than this one. It will be still sharp, but then this one will be probably questioned. So that's why I got it here. It is great slicer for almost the same price. That's why it's here. So this is another bigger competitor. Which one you will choose if you like to? For the price wise, this one is the best, of course. And if you are looking for these two models, only probably the style you want to have, of course, these shiny parts, that's important. This is the black, so it's kind of better for cover carry. This one shines everywhere. That's something I don't like, but it is great. Still, my friend throw with this knife. He asked me to if he can have it, and I haven't expected that in that time, and so he threw it to a tree. I was thinking I will kill him for that, but after that, it's definitely a year ago, I chopped with the knife, and it's a little bit off center, half millimeter, but I chopped with the knife, and as I said, you throw with the knife and it works. So this is really a really great knife. I do really like this one. So the choice of these two, which one, if one of these two, is absolutely about taste, or maybe using for the same money, almost the same money. Well, what do you say, guys? Which one would you prefer? This Recon, the holdout, or proven Voyager for the reasonable price? Thank you very much. Have a great time. Bye.